All right, so about that time though, so they pulled you out the school. So what happened at that time? You said you went to jail. So like, how old was you? You said you was 18. So what were the charges you was facing?
Fucking 3 counts of aggravated armed robbery, 3 counts of burglary, destruction of government property, goddamn possession of a firearm, doing a possession of a firearm, doing a commission of a felony, which is the commission of the armed robbery shit. Yeah, it was some healthy shit though. That shit averaged out, bro. It was like a total like 80 years. Nigga was facing like 80.
Damn. And so where exactly did they have you at? You was at where? DuPage County. You was at Markham. Like, how does that? Where exactly? Cook County. Okay.
I was at when they came and got me. I was fighting my case at Markham, the shit show.
Okay.
And then from there, county. Goddamn, when I first got booked, I went to so I went to 3 jails. So 3. Because when they first booked me, I got booked, and then they took me to Calumet City Jail because that's where the shit happened at. So they took me there first, goddamn, and then from there they took me to Burnham PD to sit for like a lineup type shit to see if I was one of the motherfuckers who was there doing an armed robbery. So from that, and then from that police department, they called the other niggas who was on the who was involved or whatever, so to say, supposedly whatever the fuck they was on, the police said or whatever. They brought in.
It was multiple lineups you went through.
I went through 2 the same day.
Damn.
Like, nigga, they got me, took me from school to one jail, ID'd me for some shit that they was trying to say I was involved with, then took me to the other PD and had me go through a lineup with the other motherfucker who said that they got robbed to see if I fit that description of the motherfucker who robbed, because they was at that precinct.
That's crazy. But hold on, so they had you on one charge, but that's crazy.
They had me on a bunch of shit. They was charging me with a bunch of shit.
So, crazy. But I don't want to stick on that one. I don't want to stick on that one thing. That's interesting. I feel like that was kind of illegal to have you in 2 different lineups, though. You feel me? Without your permission, though. They just threw you in a lineup. My bad. I ain't no lawyer. Let me stop there.
No, because you got to think I'm 18. You feel me?
But the law was you was in. But hold on for the people. I ain't trying to get, you know what I'm saying? Hey, so what time period is this? Like the early 2000s, mid 2000s?
This is 2004.
So just real quick sidebar. So this is around people still smoking in restaurants and things of that nature, right?
No, hell yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like a different time. I don't think people really understand though. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so like you in the county at this period of time, you feel me? Like what division are you in?
Initially, goddamn, division 11 at the time, which was like fucking max. You feel me at that point?
And you said you went from Markham to the county?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Because Markham, niggas, like, last stop before you hit county, nigga, and then, you know what I mean? You in that hole until either you convicted and they send your ass to the joint or whatever, you feel me?
So when you get to the county real quick, though, I feel like this is an important part. When you get there, what's that like, though? How was that? You feel me? Like
12-hour experience, nigga. Like, bro, nigga, you get.
But why is it so hard to get you from there to your bunk? What the fuck?
Nigga, you in the bull first, nigga. When you come in that bitch, you in intake, nigga. So, nigga, and that motherfucker taking everything off you, nigga. Then they strip the. Now, if you in that bitch for drugs, your shit a little bit different too, though. But you for sure, nigga, you might get cavity search if you're on a drug charge, but nigga, you for sure still got a strip when you go up in that motherfucker. You hear me? Goddamn. From that point, nigga, they let you put your shit back on, nigga. No shoelaces, no belt, nigga. No jackets, nigga. You feel me? Throw your ass in the bullpen with about 40, 50 other motherfuckers for whatever they did. dope fiends is in that motherfucker, sick, pissing and shitting on the floor, all type of weird ass shit and dirty ass shit. You feel me? Then you waiting in that motherfucker
basically
you waiting
hell on earth, huh?
for guys, you feel me? Being in county, nigga, Chicago, Cook County, nigga, is separate wings, nigga. So once you go through that bitch, nigga, you gotta go upstairs, nigga, and go through the other intake, nigga. You gotta go through the room and sit in the motherfucking like a little separation TV room where the sheriffs be at and shit, and wait for them niggas to sort you out and tell you what division you finna be on, get your shit. Like, nigga, it's just all day, but it's hella niggas get jail at one time, going in at one time. It's like, nigga, that should be OD, bro. It'd be 400-500 niggas going to jail all on the same day. You damn, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like,
It'd be crazy. It does, man. So how long was you fighting that case for? What exactly happened with that case, though?
so before, like, I was already knew what was kind of coming. So, nigga, like, before shit went left, nigga, I acted like I was gonna join the Navy. You feel me? But I really was gonna join the Navy at first. I ain't even gonna.
So hold on. They gave you an option to join the Navy?
No, so my best friend or whatever at the time, this nigga he was a military nut. He was going to the Navy anyway. So this nigga, like 2 weeks before I got booked, this nigga convinced me to go with him to the recruitment office in South Holland, nigga. In South Holland, that's with his school and the recruitment office, that nigga. So I go.
Right.
And recruiter was just popping. She's like, man, just take the test. You feel me? It ain't like you signing up. Woo, woo. So I took the ASAP test. You know what I mean? The military test.
Right.
And nigga, I tested off the charts for math and science.
Nice.
So he just, oh man, you would do great, man. You could be in the nuclear program, blah blah blah. And then, but it was like I knew something was up because the nigga just kept swearing to me I wasn't gonna go to Afghanistan. And I'm like, damn, bro, I ain't even asked you. Like, nigga, what the fuck you keep talking about Afghanistan for, bro? If I ain't going, nigga, like, I ain't even asked you about that, gang. Like, what the fuck, like. So Brady just kept doing that shit. So boom, I get booked. My homie tell the recruiter what happened. Nigga, the recruiter started coming to court for me, speaking for me. You feel me? Like, nah, man, he an honor roll student. He this, blah, blah, blah. Woo. So on top of that, bro, they never really had no physical evidence that I did shit. The lineup that they put me in, the lady said that I was way taller than the motherfucker who ran in they dry cleaners. So nigga, and the other nigga who they said was there at the time, this nigga had green eyes, which nigga nowhere near, nigga. The fuck. So they threw that shit out. So that got rid of the aggravated armed robberies immediately, nigga, because she was in the store, her husband and her daughter. So they tried to hit a nigga with 3 counts because of the motherfuckers in the store. And I'm like, which I didn't even know they could really do that, nigga. I thought they had to give you one, you feel me? But I'm like, whatever. So, nigga, that took care of that shit. Boom. So that falls off. Then, goddamn, the burglary. Nigga, there was no evidence, nigga, that I did shit involving the burglary. You feel me? Like, I just knew niggas, like, I've been seen with niggas who was doing certain shit. You feel me? But I was never physically caught there. Never no evidence there, no fingerprints, nothing. You feel me? So that shit ended up dropping off. The only thing they actually physically had me doing was fighting on camera, pushing the nigga through the post office. You feel me? So with that, nigga, that's government property, nigga. So they was on some petty shit, and they wasn't just gonna let it go because they had to already try to drop so much shit, nigga. So they was just on some bitch shit. So they was like, well, we offering probation, and it's like, bro, for a fucking window, like, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. So nigga, after a year and a half fighting that shit, nigga, I copped out to the motherfucking destruction of government property, nigga. Took 3 years, 3 years probation, nigga. A year supervised, 2 years unsupervised.
So at this time of your life, when you coming back home, you feel me, on this probation, you completed or?
Fuck yeah, I stayed out the way. So nigga, at this point, like, I can't even talk about the other shit though. I leave that part out. But you know about the shit with the Pina and then me going on the run. You know that, but you know what I'm talking about, that shit. But you know we can't talk about that part.
Right.
The Pina shit. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? But so boom, nigga, I'm back on the west side, nigga. I get out. I got my auntie and my cousin, nigga. They drop a nigga off on the west side. You feel me? And shit, nigga, I always been slick with the mouth, nigga. So shit, nigga, that was like throwing a nigga back in the pimp heaven, nigga. It was like a part of my mama took over, nigga. It was just like in me, nigga. Motherfucking, it was over with, nigga. It was like a fish finding his favorite pond, nigga. I was swimming out that bitch.
Facts.
Oh my God, and then goddamn, I'm like 19 at this point. Like, no, I'm 20. I'm 20 at this point. Feel me? Oh God, goddamn, 20 to 18, nigga. This shit, nigga. So I'm finna turn 20. I'm like 19 and some change teetering, finna turn 20. And then I go back on the west side, nigga, with my uncle and them, bro, and then shit. That's when I really, really started getting to some like real money. Like real money.
So,
Like I was always fucking
you
with some money.
you
Like
said
I
you
was
about
always,
you said you were about 1920 at this time?
yeah.
Okay, you were about 1920 on the west side of Chicago, you feel me? You hustling, you feel me? What exact areas you at out west, you feel me? Would you say your
Shit,
hangout areas, you feel me, or your hustle areas, you feel me, or like I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, word it too like, you feel me? But just your areas you be out west though, you'll say.
man, goddamn, I just fuck around it. Goddamn, K Town, L Town, nigga, mostly L Town though. You feel me? Cause my peoples is off goddamn. All of my family is off Central, Madison, and Pine and Lake. You feel me? So
And
it's
for the
like,
people that's not from Chicago, what exactly is like K-Town and L-Town? What does that like represent though?
so out west, nigga, it's not really numbers on streets, it's names and words. You feel me? So certain portions of the west side, nigga, all of the blocks is named after straight K letters. Kilmore, Kilbury, and shit like that. You feel me? So it's like every
Okay.
block is a K, so it's literally K Town. Then you go down, and nigga, you by the Austin area. When you get into like the Austin area of the west side, nigga, you start running into the Laramie, the Lake Street, the Kinleys, the Central and like even though Central runs all the way down and so does Chicago Avenue, but those run down into downtown. But you feel me? It's yeah.
Okay, cool. So you was in L-Town then, okay. Majority of the time though, but you frequent
The
K-Town.
Austin, I say the whole Austin neighborhood. I actually really from around the whole Austin neighborhood.
Okay, cool. What makes up the Austin neighborhood then? Hold on 1 second.
That's you good. That shit is like
So what makes up like the whole Austin neighborhood then?
goddamn. I believe Austin starts from like I want to say Cicero, probably like a little, maybe even Pulaski, but I want to say Cicero back. So Cicero to like goddamn. You gotta say Cicero, Laramie, Central, and Austin. The actual stop Austin.
Okay,
I think so.
cool.
And then you got a little bit. That's what pretty much where the green line stop at is on Austin. And then that bitch turn around and start going back downtown. So I would say that's like those last 4 5 stops like really Austin.
Okay, cool. So then like what's happening around that time, 1920, you feel me? Going into like what, your early 20s then?
A lot of hustling, trying to find my way, not really knowing exactly what I wanted to do. So I was dibbling and dabbling with females, you know what I mean? And goddamn, playing in the streets. You feel me? Not so much playing in the streets because I was really like serious about that shit at that point. I was really standing on business and shit, just getting to the money. You know what I
Okay, so
mean?
what do you mean though, like dibbling dabbling with females and dibbling dabbling in the streets, you feel me? And what does that mean though? You know what I'm saying? Like exactly though.
I mean, I was more so into I was breaking bitches, you know what I mean? No disrespect, but I
Okay,
was more so
pause. We said like everybody ain't, you know what I'm saying? What does breaking bitches mean? I ain't trying to sound, you feel me? I'm just trying to, you feel me, make sure everybody get the full effect. Like, what does breaking bitches mean though?
I was pimping, you feel me? Like back then, you feel me? I was playing around in the game, you feel me? Like I was really playing with the game heavy at that point, you feel me? Because it was like I just had a way with females, you feel me? So it was like I was getting so much money. I was really at that point, so I was like, I wasn't gonna let a female stop my bread. You feel me? Like I wasn't. bitch, I'm not gonna just lay up with you and miss no money. Like, you feel me? So it was more so like, all right, bitch, what shit, how you get money? You feel me? And the only bitches who was really getting money, how I was getting money, you feel me, was like bitches of leisure, you feel me? But I just didn't have an epiphany for fucking on them. Like, I was not like the bitches I like fucking on, I like square bitches, you feel me? Like, I like nerdy females, you feel me? Like, as my actual bitch, so it was always easy for me not to fuck on the whole bitches. You know what I'm saying? So with me, that shit was strictly biz, bitch. You feel me? Granted, I was still a shoulder to crown. I was still, play the role of a man for in her life, but like it was no physical shit like that back then. You feel me at all? So it was just like it was different. I wasn't, you feel me, cutting deals and doing weird shit. Like, no, bitch, give me all of the bread, bitch. Like, what are we debating for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it to talk about? You feel me? It was just a different. It was just I was just raised different, bro. But mind you, at the same time, I was still a nigga who was like a level boy, bro. So I still did for these women. I still bought them things. I still treated them like real women, even though you feel me, my love wasn't the same type of love they probably had for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My love was more circumstantial. You feel me? It was based off what they were doing for me. It wasn't based off of actual raw emotion. You feel me? Like I had love for like a homie. You feel me? But not in a sense of a man will love a wife. You feel me?
That makes sense. Question. So when would you say so can we go in on this real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm saying so when was since you said breaking bitches, when was your first bitch you broke? You feel me?
17.
17. Oh, so we gonna jump back real quick. So 17. So this like this before, you know what I'm saying? You should have threw this in there. Okay, so look, all right, cool. So what is all right? We're gonna jump back real quick, then we're gonna jump back.
Because at that point, I don't really count it like that, because I wasn't really sending her to the street. You feel me? It was just she was an older bitch that I knew what she was doing. You feel me? But she took a liking to me. You feel me? Like so, and then, you know what I mean? I used to pop with her. You feel me? Talk shit with her and shit. So she knew what my mom was about. You feel me? Because I used to tell her little shit.
Facts.
And she thought since she was older, she was really schooling me. But it's like, bitch, I'm already. You feel me? I'm hip to this. Bitch, my mama was about this. You feel me? Like, bitch, I probably know more than what you. You know what I'm saying? So I used to just pop my little shit like I really knew something. You feel me? Like, and I knew, but I didn't know. I had no real hands-on experience. You hear me? But that bitch started bringing me bread. You feel me? Like, she had started telling me, like, yo, I'm finna go out of town and shit to Indiana. She used to fuck around at, like, goddamn Indianapolis and going to, this little, Lafayette. She used to make a lot of bread out of Lafayette, Indiana. You feel me? And she used to fuck around out there out in Marysville and shit like this. You feel me? Come back with that bag. You feel me? And she used to just, ooh, that's about 1,500. Ooh, mind you, I'm fucking 17, bro. You feel me? So, nigga, this shit, aside from me already hustling, selling my, you feel me, doing what I'm doing, you feel me, I had a bitch stocking it to me, you feel me? So, but I'm not looking at it like I'm pimping, but it's not like I'm telling them, yo, bitch, go do this, you feel me? So at that point, I count that shit more as like, I was baby macking, you feel me? Like,
right. That was them.
That was my introduction, you feel me?
Okay, cool. So then let's jump back forward then, you feel me? So then like when would you say like you said you was dabbling in the streets, then like what was you like? Feel me? Hustling, you feel me? Like also selling at this time while you pimping though, you feel me? Like what's going on though? Like I'm saying like cause you out west though, you feel me? And you said it's more like pimping though, but you said you was hustling too. So what's going on with that?
Yeah, so when I was out west, I wasn't really like pimping like that. I was just having a lot of bitches. You feel me? Like I was more so focused on hustling. You feel me? Like back in the early 2000s, bro, like 2000, goddamn 6, 7, nigga, it was a whole nother type of energy. You feel me? Like the streets was really the streets back then. You feel me? Like you saying we talking goddamn Gucci Mane, Ice Attack, goddamn Jeezy, Thug Motivation 101. You feel me? Like that era. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is coming off of that shit. You feel me? Like niggas is goddamn Jeezy probably on Thug Motivation 102 or some shit at this point. You feel me? But goddamn whatever. But niggas is really, you feel me, idolizing that BMF shit. You feel me? Niggas seeing that. Niggas want me on in on that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like man, okay, fuck it, nigga. We watching American gangster shows on TV and shit, nigga. We seeing it, nigga. Fuck, nigga, this Chicago, nigga. Nigga, what? Nigga, all right, nigga, let me show nigga how to really get money. You feel me? So, shit, man, goddamn. I was more so on the hustle, man, because that shit was, it like, and to be real, bro, like, the game, you feel me, as far as the the women, man, the game, like, that shit, bro, that shit can become, it's a full-time job, bro, because you're dealing with personalities, bro. You're dealing with feelings. You're dealing with, you know what I'm saying, danger. You feel me? You're dealing with constant, you feel me, potential danger for police. You feel me? Like, it shit is like, it's constant shit. You feel me? You got to worry about something happening to the female. You feel me? Motherfucker fuck around, be a weird-ass creep nigga, and this nigga done kidnapped her, chopped her up or some weird-ass shit. You feel me? Like, so it was like, with that shit, bro, it was just more like, man, do I really want to keep sending bitches or do I really want to just keep getting this money? You feel me? Like, so it was like, fuck that, bro. I'm going to concentrate on this other shit, bro, because this shit is coming around the clock. You know what I'm saying? So shit, certain things took precedence over the bitches, you feel me? But I was still having bitches. I just wasn't so much sending them no more. You feel me? I stopped sending bitches probably until goddamn 2000. Goddamn 11. That when I knocked a little bitch up north. You feel me? When I fuck around with that nigga YA, I knocked this little snow business. You smell me, little snow business. At this nigga's house out the window.
It's crazy you bring up why that makes me want to bring up a question that brings everything full circle. So at this time too, in the early 2000s, you feel me? Are you doing music at this time?
Shit. Not really, but yeah, like, so the music started, like, I started fucking with the music for real, and like.
Okay, well, let's pause and let's not jump into it then real quick. All right, so then, cool. So then, at this time, you feel me, you was in the streets then?
I ain't rapping at all for real. I'm in the streets.
So then what's really happening though? You know what I'm saying? You say you getting money, you know what I'm saying? What blocks was I'm saying it's occurring on though? Like what was going on though? Like, you know what I'm saying? We heard about the bitches though, you feel me? Like
you feel me? Lake and Laramie.
Like what's Guala getting money though, you feel me? We hear it in the songs though, but what's Guala getting money, man? It give us like a couple little, you know what I'm saying, stories that may have happened type shit.
Man, so all I say is if no disrespect to those, you feel me, who do say certain things in their music, you feel me, but a lot of rappers always talk about, had a conversation with the plug and the plug this, I ran off from the plug and blah blah blah. It's like, bro, to be honest, if you don't know Spanish, dog, you're not dealing with no plugs, more than likely, bro. Like, not no real plug.
That's deep.
You feel me? Especially back then. Like now, it ain't even worth fucking around for real. You feel me? Like, nigga, find something legal. You feel me? Like, this shit is not the time to be out here on those selling shit. You feel me? Nigga better get them some merch, sell some t-shirts, nigga, some sweats, nigga, cause nigga, that's, nigga, the drug shit, nigga, your ass will go to jail for the day after forever fucking around nowadays, gang, like, for real.
Oh, for real.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But back then, you feel me, motherfuckers was trying to survive, bro. Like, I ain't have no real family, you feel me, at that point that I was really, like, tight with, because I always felt like an outcast. So it was like, fuck that, bro. It's me. I'm on this money. You know what I mean? But, goddamn, the hustling, man, that shit was just like,
Crushed ice, blowing something from